All right, this is the Candy Show, NFL Week 8 bets and predictions. My name is Vinny Candis.
I'm Alec Kandis.
All right, let's get right to it. So we got Thursday night. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What's the line? And tell them where we're using the lines from.
We're gonna use DraftKings here. Ravens -1.5.
And it is in Tampa Bay, correct?
Yeah, it's in Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Uh,
Um,
I think we should do a little bit more of a breakdown on these, especially
we
since we're
can.
just doing the. I mean,
We can.
Buccaneers obviously were. What was the line? Was it 13-point favorites? Was it 13.5?
So I think there was a stat that came out like Buccaneers were the first team in like a long time to be double-digit favorites in 2 weeks in a row and lose just outright. They lost to the Carolina Panthers as a 13-point favorite with PJ Walker at quarterback. They lost the week before to the Pittsburgh Steelers with Kenny Pickett, who ended up getting hurt. Mitchell Trubisky, the worst quarterback in the league, came in. They lost to two terrible, terrible, terrible teams. But at the same time, Tom Brady and the Buccaneers were one of those teams like, oh, now they turned it on. So that's why I fucking hate this matchup.
Yeah, me too. I kind of feel the same way. I mean, 20.
And Lamar,
Yeah.
yeah. And Lamar Jackson's kind of cooled off. He hasn't been as hot, even though they won last week. We got money on them to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, like, what's going on with the Buccaneers? Is it just mistakes? Is it dropped balls? Like,
I mean, Tom Brady is going through a $500 million divorce.
he's not playing bad though. Like when you watch him, it's not Brady making mistakes.
No, I know, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people keep blaming on Brady like they're blaming Aaron Rodgers, and I just don't feel like that's it.
Well, here's the thing. The defense has been shit. They gave up like 200 rushing yards to the Panthers after McCaffrey got traded.
Yeah.
So we're talking a second and third string running back from the Panthers ran for 200 yards on them. They can't stop anybody. The Steelers, they made Trubisky look like a stud. It's really the defense isn't playing that well. The reasoning, I'm not sure. I mean, I've also heard the stat too. Buccaneers are still at 3-4, leading that division. You know, so all you got to do is win the division. You're in the playoffs. It doesn't really matter.
They're going on to the Ravens. They didn't cover against the Cleveland Browns. I mean, what was it? 3-point game at the end? They won by 3.
That's what Ravens do. Lamar Jackson does that. He doesn't really blow people out.
Yeah, they don't really finish strong, huh? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of down on both of these teams. Like,
it's a tough game, honestly. For some reason, I don't know why, but I'm gonna take the Buccaneers plus 1.5.
You're right. Like the Bucks, like showed up against, was it the Bills when they had like a competitive game? They ended up losing, but like they actually competed.
If Buccaneers don't get up for this one, I don't know when they're getting up. So
I'm gonna just have to go with the better football team and just go with the Ravens -1.5. I'll go with Ravens.
All right, next game.
Next one, Denver Broncos at Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are -2.5.
This is the game. This is in London.
Oh, this is in London? Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, Wembley. Yeah, Wembley Stadium. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a kind of awful game to have in London, huh?
And kind of two awful teams to have too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Consistent teams I thought were great, then thought were shit, and thought were great, and thought were shit again.
Yeah. Do we know Do we know how Russell
Well,
Wilson is? Is he playing this game?
I think what I heard is he is playing,
Does that change anything?
and not much.
Yeah.
But they're playing the Jaguars. I'm not going to get a big deep dive into these teams. I think both these teams fucking are trash. Even I picked Broncos to go to the Super Bowl, and then I'm going Broncos plus 2.5.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Broncos defense played well, and honestly, their offense got a few decent drives this last game against the Jets. You know, against the Jets D is solid too. They had who was the backup for Broncos?
Brett Rippin.
Yeah, and I had Jets. I bet Jets money line, and I think what was it -1? Was it -1? I had
Jets.
Jets. Yeah,
I
last
think
game.
they're like +3 or something.
I don't think so.
No,
I think-
maybe maybe Russ got declared out. Maybe it did go down to like 1. That sounds about right.
Yeah, but I had Jets that game and I was sweating at certain points, which could just be my just me. Man, I don't know. Broncos defense is so good. I do see this game being close, but I do see Jaguar. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You think Sunshine clutch it up? I don't see it.
I'm gonna go with Broncos if Wilson is playing. If not, I'm going Jaguars.
No, I want to pick. I don't want to if.
Okay, fine. I'll go with the Jaguars. And then the under is 39. Under over is 39. The point. I definitely like that bet.
Maybe.
I like that bet.
Games. They want London to be exciting, so you never can trust it.
This game is not exciting. You know that. Next game, Chicago Bears at Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys are -9.5. Bears just played last night. They looked good. They beat the Patriots, smacked them around. Our boy Justin Fields looks like he knows how to play football. A crazy 3rd and long runs for first downs. I mean, what do you think, Vin? How are you feeling?
You want breaking news? You want breaking news?
Sure.
The Dallas Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. Yep. You heard here.
That was just dumb. That was just dumb.
It's going to be Dallas Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills on some old school shit. But that being the case, I think Dallas Cowboys have one of the best defenses I've seen in a while. Michael Parsons arguably could be the MVP this year because there's no quarterback really shining except Josh Allen. Dak Prescott's back. I like how they looked last week. I got Cowboys beating the shit out of them, 31-10.
9.5 is a lot of points, but Dallas at home, great defense.
Wait! Before you begin my pick, you think Dallas Cowboys going to the Super Bowl is like silly? Who's going to the Super Bowl in the NFC?
I don't know. We can do another video at some point, but not the Cowboys. I don't trust the Cowboys ever.
It's a good talking point right now.
No, I don't trust the Cowboys ever. But let's do our bets and predictions for Week 8, and then later down the line we can do our Super Bowl picks if you'd like to revamp it. I did like what I see out of the Bears. I am a Justin Fields fan. I'm happy he was connecting, but like Vinny said, Cowboys D is a little too solid. I mean, 9 points is a lot though. But I'm gonna run with Vinny on this one. It's a harder pick for me than I think it is for Vinny, but I'll go with Cowboys -9.5.
Okay, next.
Next one, Las Vegas Raiders at New Orleans Saints.
Line? You didn't say line.
Oh, I'm sorry. -2 Raiders.
This is probably my favorite bet of the week. Raiders -2.5.
Yeah, we saw the Raiders offense.
That's the one this week. I'm telling you, that's the bet.
Okay, well, the Raiders offense looked like the Raiders offense. I mean, they played well. Their run game was amazing. Who's their running back?
Josh Jacobs. Number one right now. If you pull up fantasy rankings right now, bro, for this week, he's number one in all the rankings.
Yeah, he's running the ball down the Texans' throat, which it is the Texans, but everything looked like it was clicking. Saints. Who's quarterback for the Saints? I mean, is it still Dalton? Is he going to throw 2 pick sixes with 3 minutes left in the second?
They're talking Winston could come back, but
I don't think it matters. I like this one a lot too. We just need Raiders defense to show up, and I like Raiders -2 as well.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite bets. I think of all the teams that have like a losing record, Raiders are one of the teams who I'm like still kind of convinced they can make the playoffs, especially with the way the AFC West turned out with the Broncos and Chargers kind of looking like they suck. But that might be my favorite bet of the week. I think I'd be shocked if the Raiders lose to the Saints.
Me too. Absolutely. Me too. And out of those 4 losses were good teams, and they kept it really close. I mean, it was like 3 to 5 point games, right? Like, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Tied by 2, Chargers by a couple points.
Chiefs by 3.
They were up 17-0 on the Chiefs and ended up blowing that game. So yeah. I like the Raiders in that game a lot. So.
Yeah, I think they're way better than their record shows. Next one, Carolina Panthers at Atlanta Falcons. Falcons are -4.5 at home.
Okay.
Panthers suck, but I mean they did just blow out Brady. Yeah, but man, I don't trust either of these teams. Falcons were undefeated against the spread until Bengals just blew that. I'm gonna run with the Falcons. I think they get it done at home, -4.5.
I'm gonna go. I don't really got a deep dive, but I'm gonna go Panthers +4.5.
Just cause.
I think maybe they lose by like 3 or 4, or just win it.
Okay, next one: Pittsburgh Steelers at Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles are -10.5. Whole lot of points.
Okay.
Steelers look decent. I mean, halfway decent, better than they have the rest of the season, don't you think? I mean,
Yeah, they lost to the Dolphins by 6. They beat the Buccaneers the week before.
And it was a winnable game. He threw that pick in the corner of the end zone. What's the quarterback's name?
Kenny Pickett?
Yeah, Kenny Pickett. I mean, he looked good and competitive. Like, it looked like a team in the future that's going to compete. Najee Harris was hitting spin moves and stiff arms, and he looked better. 10.5 points is a lot. Eagles are the only undefeated team still?
That's right.
I mean,
coming off a bye week too.
What's going on with Steelers defensive boy? Watt, is he still?
Watt?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's still out. He's a big play. He's a big obviously a big playmaker. But this is a tough one. I think Eagles win the game, but I think we go Steelers plus 10.5.
Yeah, I think I like that too. I liked what I saw of the Steelers. If they can get their offense clicking a little bit more, yeah, I like it. So right, both of us running. Yeah,
have against the Eagles. Next one.
Miami Dolphins at Detroit Lions. Dolphins are minus 3.5.
So Lions have just completely shit the bed for the last 3 weeks. They came out off of HBO Hard Knocks looking good, dropping all these points, and then lost 29-0 and lost 24-6. It's hard to be optimistic. Dolphins, on the other hand, Tua is back.
Dolphins didn't look great to me against the Steelers.
Yeah.
They have explosiveness. They do, but
I'd rather not game. Is it in Detroit?
It's in Detroit, yeah.
I wish DeAndre Swift was playing. They haven't been the same since DeAndre Swift hasn't played. He hasn't played in like 3 games. Plus, they had the bye week. They're way more explosive with DeAndre Swift. But
I'll go first. I think Tua, his second game back, maybe he got the rust off against the Steelers, and he comes out, throws a little bit better. They play a little bit more aggressive. I'll go with the Dolphins minus 3.5.
Is it 3.5 or 4.5?
3.5.
Damn, it's so low for some reason. Okay. I think that's a smart bet. I'm gonna go Dolphins minus 3.5 as well.
Next one, Arizona Cardinals at Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are minus 3.5.
It's in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Arizona finally put up some points last week. Yeah, 2 of them were pick sixes. So
against Andy Dalton and back-to-back with 3 minutes left in the second. I mean,
yeah, but they still scored 42 points.
I think Cardinals still suck. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vikings minus 3.5 at home.
I'm going Cardinals plus 3.5. Let's go.
All right, next one, New England. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really have a great breakdown of that game, but I'm not gonna bet it. I'm not excited by it. I don't like either. I don't trust either team, so that's kind of why. Next one, New England Patriots at New York Jets. Patriots are minus 1.5.
It's in New England.
It's in New York.
Jeez.
Jets. Jets just coming off a win against the Broncos. Jets defense do look good. Their offense, though, what are you thinking, Vin? I mean,
Breece Hall, the Jets running back, did just go down with the torn ACL, out for a year. He was probably their best offensive player.
Yeah.
In the meantime, though, they did trade from the Jaguars. They got James Robinson. So now they got James Robinson, Michael Carter to fill the role that Breece Hall was filling. Zach Wilson now, the MILF Hunter, is what, 4-0 at the start of this year.
Not playing great though,
not
right?
Playing great.
Great.
The defensive play, but he moves well, and he hasn't really been put in a bad spot yet. Again, and we're coming off a game last night where New England looked like fucking dog piss. So it's like, it's hard, but at the same time, I know how this goes, and I can see New England just beating the shit out of them. I got New England Patriots minus 1.5.
Yeah. I mean, Belichick coming off a blowout loss against the Bears.
An embarrassing loss.
The thing is, though, they were getting ran all over, and Jets' offense is running. But like you said, they with the injury, it's a different unit out there. But I mean, yeah, if the Bears are gonna do it, I mean, and like, what are Patriots gonna do on offense? Like, what are they gonna do at the quarterback spot? I mean, they just looked awful, man. I mean, the fact that the Bears ran all over them with probably one of the worst offenses in the league. I mean, I'm gonna keep with the Jets at home plus 1.5. I'm gonna run with the Jets. Let's go.
Jets.
There we go. All right.
That's a lot.
Next one. Tennessee Titans at Houston Texans. Titans are -2.
Titans are only -2?
Yeah. I get it. I kind of get it. Texans
Texans
offense didn't look awful against the Raiders. I mean,
okay, the Raiders defense isn't good.
That's true. That's a good point. But still, they were productive. They look like they might be able to do something. I mean,
after Titans' slow start, I think they're like what, 4-2 or something, or
I can't see on here. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they are 4-2. I know for sure.
Okay.
But I don't have much of a deep dive. I think Texans are one of the top 5 worst teams in the league. I think Titans one of these teams that have like a high level of infrastructure. I got Titans -2, and that's one of my favorite bets. I'm like that one seems almost like it almost seems too good to be true, but I got Titans -2.
Yeah, I'm gonna run with you on that. I like Titans -2. Next game, New York Giants at Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks are -3. That's a stay away game for me.
The 2 best NFC teams in the league. When I asked for your Super Bowl, they might be going.
No.
So it's the 6-1 Giants.
No to both
at
of
them. At the 4-3 Seahawks, who were leading the NFC West over the Rams, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. If you would have told people that before the season, they would have said you're a fucking Looney Tune. But the Seahawks are leading the NFC West over the Rams, Niners, and the Cardinals. But the Giants are also 6-1 in the NFC East with the Cowboys and Eagles, which, again, everyone thought the NFC East was trash, and that's now the best division in NFL this year. But so Seahawks are -3 at home against the Giants.
Yeah.
I get Giants +3.
I mean, do you have a breakdown?
I just gave a breakdown. I gave a breakdown of the Giants. I gave a breakdown of the Seahawks leading the division. Like, what do you want me to say? I think both these teams are overachieving. I think Geno Smith and Daniel Jones are frauds who are performing at a high rate.
Yeah. Okay. I just looked it up.
Tougher team.
Seattle is 29th, so one of the worst in the league, based on opponent rushing yards given up. And so I guess that means Giants are just gonna run the ball down their throat, huh? I mean,
Saquon Barkley.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna run with you on that. I'm gonna go with the Giants +3. Were they +3 last? Who did Giants play last week?
I think it's a good money line bet, bro. I think Giants is a good money line bet, or at least a plus.
No, I had Giants last week. Who did they play though? And they ended up winning outright, but they were +3. Do you
Giants?
Remember? Yeah. Who did they play?
I
can't remember.
I don't remember the teams as much as I usually do.
Dang, but they were +3 underdogs again last week, and they actually ended up winning. Yeah. I can't remember who they played though. Whatever. Washington Commanders at Indianapolis Colts. Colts are -3. Ew.
The benching of Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's career is basically done, or at least he's a backup.
Rest
They're
in peace.
Start Cam Ellinger. That's what the Colts are starting. A 6-round draft pick last year from Texas. The
league is looking a lot different with all these young quarterbacks, huh?
Well, and Commanders also with Taylor Heineke, who did start all last year, but I think this opened up at like -6, and then when the whole Matt Ryan thing went down, it went down to 3. I think both these teams suck.
Yeah.
But I got Commanders +3.
Me too. I'm going to stay away from that game, though.
All right, let's move on.
San Francisco 49ers at the Los Angeles Rams. 49ers are -1.5.
They just played. Both these teams are like really questionable to me. I think Niners have a lot of injuries. Rams have looked like complete dog shit.
We got to get better with our cursing too, especially with our monetization, our new partnership. But
cursing's not allowed in the world.
I think we're limited to the amounts that we're allowed, but we should get better at it in general.
Like saying dog shit is like against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Rams -1.5.
+1.5.
Oh, I mean they're +1.5.
You like the Rams?
That's what I said.
I'm gonna go with the Niners with the bounce back victory away. I'm gonna go 49ers -1.5.
Okay.
This is a primetime game on Sunday. Green Bay Packers at Buffalo Bills. Bills are -11 against the Packers. Oh my Lord, have mercy.
Talk about Packers looking like shit.
Yeah.
Bills are up to +270 future odds. I need a drink. Keep talking.
Yeah, Packers just coming off a loss against the Washington no-namers. I mean, it's just
And
like
the Jets. Wait, Commanders, Jets, Giants. 3 in
I
a
mean,
row.
just disgusting. I mean, what is happening? First off, Packers defense is supposed to be great, not there. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, it's a lot of drop balls, not too many people to target, not many weapons. I love Aaron so much, and he is my fantasy quarterback. Unfortunately, I traded the best quarterback in the league away. But yeah, man. The 11 points is a lot though. Bills. I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to put my money where my mouth is. I'm going to go Packers plus 11. I think they cover.
I'm going Packers plus 11.
Yeah. I'm not going to put my money where my mouth is, though, on that one. Cool. Finito on that? Monday night's game. This I will be putting a lot of money on. Cincinnati Bengals minus 3.5 at Cleveland Browns. Since he's clicking now. I think since he's clicking, like I said earlier, since he gave Falcons their first loss against the spread, smoked them. Joe Burrow playing out of his mind. The offense is there. Yeah, I love this. Browns suck. I mean, I think Bengals just run all over them at home, win by like 10 plus. I'm going Cincinnati Bengals minus 3.5.
Let me give you another stat too. Bengals were 4-3 and they're starting to surge, right? But even their losses, the first game, they lost to Steelers by 3. They lost to the Cowboys by 3. And they lost to the Ravens by 2. So they're 4-3. In their 3 losses, lost by 3, lost by 3, lost by 2. So not only are they surging in the right direction, even when they weren't surging, the losses were really close. I think it's a good sign for Bengals fans that right now, again, Alex doesn't want to get too deep into it. Right now, I think Bengals, Bills, AFC Championship. But that being the case, I got Bengals minus 3.5.
I like it. I really like that bet too.
You what?
I really like that bet. Bengals minus 3.5 against the Browns. I
think there's some really good bets this weekend. So let's do our favorite bets of the week. Cool. I got mine. You want me to go first?
Do you have any other breakdowns real quick while I think of mine?
No, I don't have breakdowns. I'll tell you my bets. So my favorite bet of the week, I'm going to go Raiders minus 2.5.
Minus 2.
Minus 2?
Yep.
I'm going to go Titans minus 2 and Bengals minus 3.5, 3-team parlay. Dying right at the end.
Yeah, I like both the Raiders and the Bengals a lot. I'm gonna make that a 2-teamer. Raiders minus 2 and Bengals minus 3.5. I like straight betting both of those games and in a parlay. Yeah, I love both of those games. Those are my favorites. The only reason, like, I did see a little thing out of the Texans against the Raiders. I did, so it's kind of freaking me out. That one looks like I don't know. I'm scared about that one.
One looks like a trap.
Yeah, it kind of looks trappy to me.
Titans beat the Raiders though, and Raiders beat the shit out of the Texans. But whatever.
Raiders weren't playing and were drunk. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So my best bet is, what is it again? The Raiders minus 2 and Bengals minus 3.5 2-team parlay. Vinny, yours is
Raiders, Titans, Bengals 3-team parlay.
Cool. You know what? I feel like I like the Giants plus 3 too. There's a lot of interesting lines this week. I'm excited. This is a fun week.
No, there's a lot of good lines this week, honestly.
Cool.
Some teaser lines too, but all right, that's our candy show. NFL Week 8 bets and predictions. We're gonna do these every week. We haven't been posting them lately, but we're gonna get more consistent, at least the rest of the year. We're trying to keep track of our records for each week. But that's it, Alec. Tell them.
Cool. That's it. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed the UFC, Vinny and I are going to be doing this with a lot of the UFC fight nights and all the main cards if you do like fighting. That's it, man. Check us out for our content. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you disagree with us on any lines, if you have your favorite bets, we'd love to hear from you. And, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, tell us your favorite bets of the week if you want in your comments, or tell us we're trash or you like our bets.
Yeah.
But that's it. Candy show and everything. Peace and love. Let's go.
Let's make some money. Thank you.